Once you understand that relationship is an equation of value exchange, it makes every action much simpler. And with that idea in mind, you know that if the other individual, the opposite party, doesn't get what they wanted or unable to receive what they expected from you, most likely they'll leave. And this works for romantic relationships, business, any type of friendship forms. Is there's a value exchange going on in each relationships. Let's start with romantic, for example. In a romantic relationships, especially in today's world with dating apps or depending how where you meet the individual, you have a set of expectation based on what you knew, right? Your whole life experience are built up on what to expect and what you want your partner to be. You start fantasizing about them, and with your fantasy, you create an ideal partner that you're looking for. Hence, now you met an individuals, and the individual show potential of giving you what you're looking for. Some could be wealth, some could be security, some could be love, some could be romance or experience, any sort of form, and your own desire. Once the opposite parties unable to fulfill the expectation, unable to fulfill the value that you're looking to receive from them, there's a very high chance you're gonna end up breaking up. You guys gonna leaving. You're gonna be looking for other people able to fulfill that need for you. And that's why you always hear people will ask, older couple, or what's the secret to your marriage for a long year? And they jokingly say, lower your expectations. Or they jokingly say, oh, just to give and to love. Because when you lower your expectations or your desire, you fundamentally lower it, it becomes easier to be fulfilled. Your values become easier to be fulfilled, and hence the relationship will last much longer because you have less conflicts. But that's impossible. At the end of the day, we're human being, and we all have our own desire, own needs, and that's why teenage love, or potentially in high school or younger in college, when you're younger, before your worldview get developed, or before the influence of social media, things that you read, being exposed to a lot of different idea to set different expectations, it's much easier to fulfill and much easier to find happiness because most of the time our own expectation come from what our parents have shown us, or it comes from romantic movies or stories that show in a sense of feelings, right? What media exposure that you were exposed to. And one of the very easy concept in psychology is especially that to have a successful relationship is just focus on giving and don't expect anything to receive back. And you probably heard the idea in Bible, you heard the idea in religions, east or west, that just by giving you'll be fulfilled, you'll be happy, is because you have extremely low expectation in the acts of giving. You don't expect anything back. So when you have two individuals that focus on giving the best possible life to each other, that relationship becomes very strong because their value exchange is they don't expect to receive anything. So anything is a surplus that they receive. And on top of it, they continue giving while they will continue to fulfill their partner's need. And this build of extremely strong relationships. And if you take this out of relationship context and you go to business or you go to classmate or your peer, most of the time when people ask is, hey, what is your name? What do you do? Where are you from? Etc., right? People subconsciously start placing value, how much you're worth, or like what do you do and your expectations, and hence they create conflicts because now you're expecting what this person do. Am I able to get something out of it? And to build a relationship, a lot of time any mentor videos would tell you that just think about giving, don't think about receiving, just keep giving and keep going out there. And that's the same thing in romantic relationships. And it's become extremely difficult in today's world because expectation is being set not by her or not by him, but by their environment and what they're exposed of. Because if they're constantly watching different video of different medium, they have what we call, if common term, unrealistic expectations potentially. Or sometimes the expectation is just their reality. They're from a world where all those are very basic. This is why there's a different level, different class, or different environment that you're living in. And some of these expectations could be very common. And when you look for a partner, it's much better to look for individuals in space that where your expectations already met. If it is already a standard of the environment, it makes it much easier to subconsciously able to provide the value that they're looking for. And any external effort will be above the baseline.